Daily Power Call. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, or excuse me, Thursday, May 28th. Wow, how time flies. I cannot believe that we are almost at the end of May. Unbelievable, guys. So if you're joining us live on the video, hey, from home, for those of you who are on the phone version, this will be recorded when we get to the training section. If you're a prospect, if you're somebody looking at the challenge, or you're looking at becoming a promoter with us, stay tuned. And for the first couple minutes, I'm going to give you an overview of who we are, what we do, and why we are changing millions of lives across the world. My name is Tara Wilson. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with ViSalus. I joined this incredible mission of life, health, and prosperity, which is what ViSalus is literally translated as. I joined 4.5 years ago because after having 3 small kids, I needed to lose a little weight. My husband was considered obese. We found out, we went to go get health insurance, or excuse me, life insurance a couple years before I even heard of ViSalus. And also I knew that obesity was the fastest growing health epidemic, and it was the biggest problem that we face. And I have a huge passion for health and wellness, and I thought, I need a vehicle where I can really help people with the #1 problem. And so I started looking around at the end of 2010, because I knew I wanted to be in the direct selling industry, because there's no better industry in the world where you can truly help people have health victories as well as wealth victories. And I also wanted a company that had a weight loss platform that, it was affordable for the average person. Think about one of the 7 of the 20 or so wealthiest people in the world don't work for Nordstrom. They're not the Nordstrom family. They're not the Neiman Marcus family. They're not the Saks Fifth Avenue family. They're the Walmart family. Right? You got to have something that the masses need, and you got to have something that the masses can afford, right? I always like to split the mindset of people into 2 groups. You've got the 5% and you got the 95%. Well, the 5% are people that shop at Nordstrom, that shop at Neiman, that they're super ultra successful. They have healthy bodies already. They're already like the tree bark, spirulina, vegan, clean, pure, whatever, organic, wild caught. They're already doing that, right? And that's why they're the 5%, because they have discipline. Then there's a 95% who want to be in the 5%, but they're busy, they're tired, they've got kids, they've got 2 jobs, their circumstances allow them to, don't allow them to get ahead until they really learn how to break the mold. So I thought, of the 95% of what we would call average Americans, 70% are overweight and over 35% are obese. Just to put that in numbers, guys, 93 million Americans are obese, which is your #1 risk of every chronic disease, including diabetes, which is, 100 million people suffer. Don't just say these numbers. Stop and think about this. 250 million people in the United States are overweight. Is there a market for weight loss? Yes. And a few years back, it was a $70 billion market. I'm sure it's grown. It's probably 75 billion. Who knows? But it's a big piece of pie. And it's also a very serious thing. So I said, you know what? I need a company that is affordable. There's no sense in promoting a program if it's too expensive for the person who needs it the most to afford it. So my criteria, it had to be good, it had to work, it had to be affordable. So when I saw what ViSalus was doing, they had a shake that cost, with shipping tax is $2, $2 a meal. It tastes incredible. It's like the shake mix that tastes like cake mix. It's a couple dollars a meal. So you're going to take money you're already spending on food that is more expensive and less healthy. You're going to redirect it. You're going to save money on the end of your month in groceries and eating out, and you're going to get closer to your health goal. What a brilliant plan. And if that wasn't enough, they were the first company to innovate a true 3 for free program, which means this. You got your friends. I love to go visual here for my friends at home. I'm going to go visual. So here's you. I'm going to make a smiley face. So here's you. You've got all these people right? Let's say 100 people. 7 out of 10. So 70 out of 100 people are overweight. About 35 out of 100 are obese. This is you. This is everyone you know. Can you find 3? And I thought, oh my gosh, of course, anybody can find 3 people. Anybody can find 3 people. So I said, okay, it's already affordable for any single person on any budget in the entire country. And you can get it for free. So you could literally be saving hundreds of dollars a month while you're getting healthy, getting fit, losing weight. Like, this is a no-brainer. And then for those of you who are entrepreneurs out there, I want you to really think about this. If 7 out of 10 of your friends need something, 3 out of 10 of them really need something, the market's already there. Their people are already redirecting money. They're already, redirecting 70, 80 billion dollars a year toward weight loss. The money's already going there. Why not, as an entrepreneur, would you not want to make that local impact and have it go to you? And people ask us all the time, well, why aren't you on the shelf at Walmart? Do you really want the Walton family getting richer? Sure, we could put a bag of shakes on the shelf and it's a great shake, and I'm sure we would sell plenty through Walmart. But do you really want the Walton family getting richer? I want the Wilson family getting richer. I want the Jackson family getting richer. I want the May family getting richer. I want your family getting richer because you decided to go out, you decided to make an impact, and you deserve it. Guys, at the end of the day, we have to do something with our time. We have to make money. We got to have food. We got to have a roof over our head. Why not? I can't think of a more honorable living than going out and helping people, going to living rooms, going around with samples, sitting down with people one-on-one, talking about their health goals and their financial goals, and showing people, average people, how they can spare time, part-time, or full-time, make additional income and help people at the same time. This is what we're doing. So if you have a health goal, this is a no-brainer. Get started today. You know why? You're going to save money while you lose weight. If you don't, you get your money back. 90-day money back guarantee. We are so confident in our products. Go ask GNC what their money back guarantee is. Go ask Jenny Craig. If you go buy $450 worth of prepackaged meals and after 90 days you're not satisfied, is Jenny Craig going to give you your money back? I don't think so. Go ask any weight loss company out there, what is your guarantee? I will guarantee this. As far as I know, unless people have copied us, we are the only ones that stand behind our products for 90 days. So save money while you lose weight. If not, you get your money back. And if you do, you can help a child. Listen closely. Every 10 pounds you lose in fat or gain in lean muscle, our company will donate 90 meals to a child who suffers from obesity, or on the other side of that is starvation. We want to help kids. We've partnered with the Boys and Girls Club of America for those donations, and we have already raised millions and millions of meals for kids, but you have to document it on a video. If you're an entrepreneur, this is also a no-brainer. Our company has extraordinary systems, leadership, skill set training, mindset training, everything that you would need to come in with a low investment of $500 to $1,000. For me, that's turned into $2.5 million. For Rachel Jackson, 30 years old, it's turned into $3 million. For Jennifer May, single mom of 2 girls, it's turned into $1 million. For stay-at-home mom Molly Dalbeck, 2 little boys, it's turned into $1 million plus. What is your story going to be? We have everything you need to be successful. All you need to do is plug in, have a commitment, get started, go out and help some people, drive a free BMW, and start earning extra income. Now, for those of you guys who have already made the leap, we've got a very important call today. We're going to talk about the Ultimate 6-Day Business Challenge, and I'm going to start recording the call. So I'm going to show you, tell you why we're doing it in a second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to record. Okay, guys, so for those of you who are listening at home, we're going to be talking about the 6-Day Ultimate Business Challenge. And here's why. Nick got the top 25 of us on the phone yesterday and said, you guys are the best closers in the company, but I know we have at least 100 good closers. So I want you guys to go out each and find your 4 best closers, the people that can move the needle the most. Because at the end of the day, guys, our goal is to get to the transformations. That is our ultimate goal. Transformations, the thousands, the millions of people that have come into the challenge and had a life-changing result from 10 pounds to 400 pounds, which is what our range is. Yes, people have lost 400 pounds in the challenge. The only way we've gotten to those people is through entrepreneurs. We need entrepreneurs. Yes, we need people in the challenge. Keep going out there. You're a promoter. You promote the challenge. Every day you should be promoting the challenge. Every day you should be giving samples out. Every day you should be reaching people through social media. Every day you should be in challenge parties or sitting down one-on-one with your friend who has a health goal talking about how to get on the challenge. That's a no-brainer. But we need more. We've only gotten to 3 million people, guys. There's 93 million obese people. 93 million. Even if 100% of all the people that have ever joined the challenge were in the United States and 100% obese, we would have gotten to 3 of the 93 million, which means there would still be 90 million obese people in the United States alone, plus the ones in Canada, plus the tens of millions in our European markets, in the UK and Germany, Austria, Holland, Finland, Sweden, Italy, Poland, Ireland, Finland. Guys, we haven't even made a dent. We need promoters. So he says, I'm going to challenge you guys to go and get the top 100 people to put in 1 EPS a day. And I was like, that's it? So that means of our whole teams, for example, Adam and Stacy Vasilovich, ambassadors, they're one of the top 100 on their whole team, their entire team. He wants 1 EPS a day. That's it. And I'm thinking, well, of course we can do this. But then I'm like, why aren't we? And it's because we haven't focused on it. So hopefully in the next 6 days, you guys will take this challenge so seriously that we will literally create a habit. And then you'll say, oh my gosh, this works so well. I have more people in the funnel. I have more new customers. I have more people interested. And I have closed more EPSs than I have probably in the last 6 months combined. Over the next 6 days, that you'll say it is on in June, and you'll take some of these things and you'll go full force in June, and you will create a great story. You'll help more people. You'll build your team. You'll get to that next goal. And more importantly, you'll be changing lives. So the first thing you got to do is, if you haven't already, listen to the last daily power call I did 2 days ago on the one question, because I talk about the fundamentals. You have to have your list. If you don't have your list, start with your list. Memoryjogger.my.com, get your list. Number 2 is, I want you guys to 10x your exposures. So if you normally call 1 person a day, call 10. If you normally call 2 people a day, and be honest, guys, you don't call 2 people a day. You don't even call 1 some days, right? Some days you're you don't call any. You're just sending a couple texts, posting a couple pictures on Facebook, wearing your I Lost It shirt around town. You're not actively calling. So let's be really honest here with ourselves. If you're doing 0, do 10 or do 5. If you're doing 1, do 10. If you're doing 10, do 50, 5x it. How about 5x it, guys? Go and get people into the funnel. What do you say? Well, you guys are all promoters. I don't care if you've been with me for a day, a week, a month, or 4 years. This is what you're going to say. Hey, it's Tara. You may or may not have seen this, but I launched a weight loss business, a weight loss and fitness business. The amount of transformations I've seen is unbelievable. Story, story, story. So have your stories ready. If you have a personal story, sell your story. If I had $1 for every time I sold Jonathan Robinson's story, I would be a millionaire. Again, Jonathan Robinson, he's always on the phone. I know you're hearing the table. He's lost 200 pounds. Sell that story. I'm making money selling that story. Sell that story. What's your story? You know why your story sells? Because you light up when you tell your story. And 93% of whether someone says yes or no is your posture or your tone of voice. Hey, it's Tara. Not only did I lose 10 pounds, my husband lost 60 pounds. My friend Jonathan lost 200 pounds. The Rutherfords have lost over 200 pounds as a couple. It's changed people's lives. And I want nothing more than to find more people like that. But here's the bottom line. I don't have enough time to get to all the people who need a challenge. I need entrepreneurs. Who do you know that needs money? Who do you know that wants to make money part-time, spare time, or full-time? I need stay-at-home moms. I need business owners. I need people in the profession of health, wellness, fitness, or weight loss. I need doctors. I need chiropractors. Nurses are great. But here's the bottom line is a college student is a great idea. Who do you know in college that is a go-getter that wants to go make money for the summer? Because every year the Cutco people come around and they're 21 years old and they close me on $1,000 worth of knives, right? And I've got a whole knife set. And every year I get an extra couple $100 in pieces because they keep coming around. These guys, this is a college student going around selling knives. Come on, this is personal. This is your health. This is your fitness. This is going to save you money. I need entrepreneurs. Who do you know? You don't necessarily have to ask everyone on your list. Who do you know? But here's the bottom line, guys, is I want you to literally turn off your TV. Yes, I've got 3 kids and I've got playoffs right now. We've got Boy Scout stuff. We've got boot camps in the midst. We've got this and that. I've got so much stuff going on in my life right now. My husband's businesses are taking off. Like, we are crazy busy right now. But you know what? Not watching TV, not watching movies, not surfing Facebook. I'm getting whiteboards out. You guys see my whiteboards out. I'm drilling down in my team. I'm offering incentives. I'm doing whatever it takes. So guys, you have to ask yourself over the next 6 days, just 6 days of your life, just 6 days, can you do whatever it takes? Not what's convenient, not what's in your comfort zone, not what sounds fun. I mean, face your fears, put rejection. I'm going to get rejected. I'm going to get rejected. So what? I'm going to have people ridicule me. So what? I'm going to have people hang up on me. So what? I'm going to have people avoid my calls. So what? I'm going to have people snicker behind my back. So what? I can't even tell you the times that people have ridiculed me, snicker behind my back, quit on me, blah, 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 blah. Tara's one of those pyramid things. Don't answer Tara's call. She's going to sell you on her pyramid thing, blah, 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 blah. I mean, not now, but like over my journey. But you know what? Had I let that noise bother me, we wouldn't have 5 or 6 millionaires on the team. We wouldn't have 100 6-figure earners. We wouldn't have 200-pound weight loss stories. We wouldn't have 400,000 people. We wouldn't have half of Europe. Like, let's be real, guys. Let's think about this. Short-term commitment for long-term gain. Every seed that you plant in the next 6 days, it could turn into a seedling that dies. It could turn into a shrub, or it can turn into a magnificent redwood. You have no, what if you sponsor one person this month that goes on to be an ambassador? Ask Molly Dahlback if it's okay to sponsor a really great person. Molly Dahlback is a 2-star ambassador millionaire because she went out of her comfort zone and enrolled Rachel Jackson, who's a royal ambassador. So, what if over the next 6 days you enroll 2 people and they do nothing and their friends do nothing and their future generations do nothing, but one day they lead you to somebody that goes ambassador. 2-star ambassadors, guys, make doctor money. They're making $250,000 a year minimum. 2-star ambassador is a really great place to be. So even if nothing else in the next 2 days, you go and sponsor 2 people and they turn into ambassadors in the next 3 years, you can be making an extra $250,000 a year. So what I want you to do is be very intentional with this list. So if you're brand new or director below, you need to run you. You need to run you. You need to make the calls. You need to fill your funnel, and you need to get your team building, because you're going to need at least, on average, to go to RD is about 11 EPSs. So if you've only enrolled 4 or 5 and you're a director, this is a time to go. I'm going to go get my 6 or 7 EPSs over the next 30 days. I'm going to get as many as I can by the end of the month, because I want this month to go train them, do their challenge hours, set their challenge parties, and my June is going to be explosive. And I'm going to be so busy that I'm not going to have time to watch TV. I'm not going to have time to listen to the noise. I'm not going to have time to surf Facebook. I'm going to be working with my new team. Massive action. One more thing is, I know Rachel and Kelly Stump and, Doug Simpson and Molly Dahlback and Natalie Kilborn and Patty Rotman and Kelly McCoy and Molly, Doug Simpson, Jen May. All your leaders are ready. We're ready. We're committed. We're going to get this done. We're going to get these EPSs done with or without you. We're going to get them done, because we're going to find the hungriest people on your team that are willing to do the work. We're going to get them done, but we want to get them done in your teams. We want you to have these victories. We want you to have these seeds planted. So the people who pack out our schedules with Zooms, Google Hangouts, Skypes, FaceTimes, 3-way calls, go down to the Office Depot or not Office Depot, Best Buy, and get the little speakers that plug into your phone or an iPad. Can you imagine if every single time you're in a group challenge party and maybe you're not tech savvy, maybe you don't have the computer up with the speakers, maybe you don't have it on the TV, go grab an iPad and Zoom into one of us and have us tell the story to your audience, guys. Use our voices. But here's one thing that you got to know. This is going to, up your effectiveness of your funnel. Story authority. So, Molly and stay-at-home mom has made $1 million. Jen May, single mom, has made $1 million. Those are great stories. But if you've got a single mom on your team, and they've never had a career, they've never made money, they've never been in direct selling, husband makes 60, 70 grand a year, they're good, but money's a little tight, that he gets, it gets on her back a little bit for going to get pedicures that cost, $30. And don't put him on the phone with a millionaire. First of all, it's unbelievable. It's too much. They're all of a sudden they're going to say, well, I'm not like that person. They're going to make all these stories in their head. Well, they must live in a bigger town. They must have a bigger network. They must have a better personality. They must know more people. They must be more likable. They must be more thin. They must be prettier. Like, they're going to make up all these things. So instead of putting them straight on the phone with a 6-figure income, a multi 6-figure income, a 7-figure income, we want to talk to them. But let me tell you what's more effective is you grabbing a stay-at-home mom on your team that makes $500 to $1,000 a month and saying, hey, so-and-so, I've got this person that's just like you. Can you share your story? Quick 5 minutes. Great. Introduce them, let them talk, let them connect. And this prospect's all of a sudden thinking, well, wow, that's awesome. I would love an extra $1,000 a month. Man, I could go get my pedicures. I could go down, I could go get my hair done. And my husband saying, what's all this money on the credit card? And then find another person that maybe has had a little more success, maybe like a regional director making $1,500 a month, and say, hey, this person, she was just like you. I want to connect you guys. Share the story. Now you get the ambassador, the 5-star ambassador, the diamond, the royal ambassador on the phone to say, hey, I heard you met so-and-so and so-and-so. And you know what? I have hundreds of people just like you, and I was introduced to them 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, and let me tell you, what I saw was the same thing I saw in you, and they were able to plug into our team, plug in with the person that connected. So you got prospect, you've got you. Who's the person that connected you? Maybe they're a regional director. I'm working closely with regional director person, and we have a system that I'm going to be working with her closely with you to make sure that you are going to get to whatever goal you succeed, just like so-and-so, just like the regional director over here, just like the other stay-at-home mom over here. Now, I'm just using that as a broad example. Insert any industry. Maybe it's the mortgage industry. Maybe it's a business owner. Maybe it's a personal trainer. Maybe it's a doctor. Find the stories on your team, guys. Let's swap stories like we've never done before. Now, for anybody who is ready to take the 6-day challenge, and I mean 5, 10, 15 contacts a day, ready to face their fears, ready to get us on the phone, ready to put me on 100 Zooms over the next 6 days or 100 FaceTimes. And by the way, I love FaceTime. I was able to FaceTime a welcome call the other day. Guys, there's something incredible about seeing the look. I mean, I created such great rapport that I've talked to this gal like 4 times since. And it's like, I feel like Sheila's like the furthest from me, Washington, D.C. I'm in California, she's Washington, D.C. And I'm telling you, this girl and I are like this now. And it's because we're able to connect. So you guys use technology. It's free. FaceTime's free. Google Hangouts free. Zooms are free. Get our voices in, and I want you guys to, and all the groups, we're going to create accountability threads. If you accept our challenge, that you're going to do whatever it takes, that you're going to say, hey, I got invited out for drinks tonight, but I'm not doing it because I got 10 calls to make. Or I'm going to go to a boot camp all day Friday or Saturday or wherever your boot camps are. Or I'm going to start my own boot camp. Or I'm going to, go challenge the world for the next couple hours. Whatever it is, I'm going to start accountability groups in the few groups, and I want you guys to sound off in these groups. I want you to light it up. Hey, I got 3 people to overview. Hey, I scheduled a challenge party for Sunday afternoon and I've got 6 people confirmed. Hey, I just went out and mailed out 10 samples that I'm going to follow up. Hey, I went over and, just talked to the neighbor that I've never talked to in my life. Hey, I went over and, went down to the local Boys and Girls Clubs and asked them for their list. Whatever it is, I went to my church and asked them if I could do a boot camp. Hey, I'm going to start a challenge group. Hey, whatever it is, guys, all out massive action. All out massive action. This is our company. This is our mission. Number one, we need to take ownership over it, because if you take ownership over it, you're going to own it, right? I got my equity plaque right here. I own part of the company. I want every single one of you to not only, if you already have one of those, then take real ownership over your team. If you're sitting there thinking, I want equity in the company, then take ownership over your team. If you started a business, if you were the creator of ViSalus, and and let's say whatever city you're in, like I'm just going to use an example. If you're in Vallejo, California, and there's 100,000 people, I have 120,000 people in Vallejo, California, and we have like nobody there, right? So I'm in Vallejo, California, and I'm going to pretend that Blake, Nick, and Ryan called me personally and said, we want to open Vallejo, California. We want to franchise that area off to you. What would you do if they were paying you $100,000 a year salary to open the market, to go find people who want to be customers, go find people who wanted to be promoters, and they were paying you a salary? What would you do if they just said, we're going to pay you, you got to do this, this, and this, and gave you a minimum? Would you do it? Of course you would. Guys, what you have to realize is that's the mentality you have to have now, is that you're making $100,000 a year or whatever your goal is. For me, it was $1 million a year, right? I was operating at like, I'm getting paid $1 million a year. What would I do differently? I wouldn't sit around making excuses. I wouldn't be watching TV. I would be working. I would be on calls. I would be asking for referrals. I would be down, in the networking groups. This is what I did. This is what I have done over the last 4.5 years. Kudos to Rachel Jackson. She's a royal ambassador who's already sponsored over 200 plus people, and she's already put in 4 EPSs this month. What have you done? Like, guys, this is the mentality. For owners, get owning your business. Go knock those 6 EPSs out on your team. National directors, if you can't move the needle by 1 EPS, if you focus all your time on it, what are you doing? For those of you who want to be owners, you got to take ownership now. The way you earn one of those is by taking ownership, by going all out massive action, by creating a list, by working with your teams, getting in their list through their challenge hours, getting into their homes with challenge parties, helping them build their teams, locally and regionally and, nationally and internationally by using technology and taking action. So guys, I could go on and on and on. All I have to say is this. I will know who's serious by the accountability thread, but more importantly, by the numbers. Get in closing mode. What is your story? Are you proud of your weight loss story? Are you proud of your fitness story? Are you proud of your income story? And if you don't have a story yet, get really good at telling other people's story. Find the stories, and the more stories you have, that is what I call like your tool belt. This industry is built on stories. It's not built on facts, because I don't care how many times we say 50 millionaires. If someone doesn't believe that they can be a millionaire, it doesn't impact them. See, a lot of people like tell their story and it inspires people. But when people see themselves in that story, which is why you do Story Authority, when you can say, oh my gosh, I knew a stay-at-home mom just like you. I knew a plumber just like you. I knew a roofer just like you. I knew a truck driver just like you. I knew a mortgage gal just like you. I knew a top realtor just like you. I know a doctor just like you. I know a personal trainer just like you. I know a gym owner just like you. I know a boot camp owner just like you, who already just put in 27 customers in the last 2 days. Like I know someone just like you. Let me tell you their story. In fact, let me see if I can get them on the phone. Oh, and then I have another story. Let me tell you that story. Guys, the more you learn to tell stories, the more people can see. If they can see themselves in that story, they will see that they can do this, and they will throw their $500 to $1,000 at you. I promise you. Get good at painting the vision. Get good at getting people to see that this can be the solution to the problem they already have. Whether it's a health problem they already have, a weight loss goal, a fitness goal, they already have it. They can see that this is a challenge for them. They'll join. But there's a lot of people just ask me, hey, do you like money? Do you want to make money? Do you want to be in a startup? Do you want to start your own business that can make you, that can profit you $100,000 to $1 million a year to start? Sure. Okay, great. Well, come sit down with me, or come to my VISO, or come to my challenge party. But when they can see that they have a financial need, right? They have a desire for more. They have a hunger for more. Maybe they're satisfied at their job, but they don't love it. Or of course they would love more. Like, I liked my job. I didn't hate my job. I loved my job. I made a 6-figure income. But what I saw was an ability to not only have what I have, but to have more, right? And I saw that this vehicle was the answer to a deep-rooted desire, which is to always have more time, more flexibility, more time with my kids by continuing to make the income, or even more than I was already making. And I saw that, and that's when I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave you this final thought. Amateurs are on a team. Professionals launch a team. Whether you're a team of 1 or 10,000 right now, Launch your team. Say, this is who I am. This is why I want to do what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. Do you want to go with me? People follow people. They don't follow numbers. They don't follow products. They follow people. If people are sure that you're going to go fight the obesity epidemic, you're going to do it through ViSalus, and you're never going to quit, and you're going to build a legacy, and that they could join and have that same results, that's when they'll join you. So I challenge all of you to pull out your list, dust them off, make a new list, and start taproting through your team and the teams you're running, and you guys help us. And I want our team to put more numbers than the rest of the company put together. I believe in all of you. We have the most rock star, incredible team, millionaires, six-figure earners all over. And some of the people that we've brought in, some of you brand new people, you're the best of the best. And I can't wait to hear your stories. And I would love to help all of you personally. And I know I've got the commitment from all your leaders. So let's do this. Let's close May like we've never done before. I love you guys. Appreciate you. And this Google Hangout and call is officially a wrap. Thanks, guys.